Hey there, true crime friends. It is day 8 in the case of the state of Florida versus one Travis Rudolph, aka the big butt and a smile trial. Because this girl with her big butt and smile totally did Travis in. But let me back up. As you know, if you have made it all the way to day 8, you know what this case is about. Dominique, aka Dramonique, caused some mess and ruckus at her boyfriend's house where he was not at fault and she was. And you know, I am pro-woman. Usually I'm like, yeah, that dude probably did something terrible, but no, Travis ain't do nothing. Okay. Yes, he was talking to this other girl, likely sleeping with this other girl, which is his business. But if they were in a relationship, there's nothing wrong with that. Here's the thing. They hadn't seen each other in a month. And according to Miss Dominique, they were only talking on and off. They were on again, off again. But she had decided since he was about to be an NFL player, she was about to get her come up. She was like, I have dug the right gold at long last. And this dude is going to be my meal ticket. And when she discovered he was sleeping with somebody else, she lost her mind. Went to his house, broke up his stuff, and then texted her little brother and his friends and was like, go over there and shoot his ish up. And said it several times, called his mom and said she was going to shoot the boy up, called his sister, called everybody. But here's the thing that set her off. And if you weren't paying attention, you might have missed this in today's trial. The thing that really set her off was that, he was talking to this other girl, Kyla. Okay, she was mad that he was clearly playing swap the gravy with Miss Kyla. But then he said, Kyla has a better body than you. Now, if Miss Dominique felt fine and secure about her own body, she would be like, well, clearly you were delusional, and she would have carried on about her business. But won't a hit dog holler? The minute he said Kyla's natural body is better than your body, Miss Dominique had just come back from a very expensive and painful BBL. Sir, her booty was Brazilian and lifted, and apparently Miss Kyla's natural booty was better than hers. And that really struck a nerve with her, and she lost her mind, according to the state of Florida. Now, this is what Florida taught us today in court. If somebody says something that you don't like, then you can use domestic violence against them. I'm sorry, what? What, y'all? They were like, well, she was justified because he said Kyla had a better body. No. That's not how that works. If she's justified in hitting him in the head with a bottle because her booty is lumpy and not right or whatever is wrong with it, then he is justified for shooting up the people who came to his house at midnight trying to jack him up over the booty remark. Come on, Florida. Y'all got to pick a side. So today in court, well, first of all, Friday in court, DJ Rudolph, he won my whole heart. First of all, DJ Rudolph is Travis Rudolph, the accused's older brother. He's calm, he's quiet, he keeps to himself, and he's a black farmer, and he likes to dress as a cowboy. And you know, facts and figures and all of that is fine, but you know we here for the tea. And I hear it on good word that down there in Florida, Mr. Travis has a goat. Now, he has goats, he has pigs, he has chickens, he had a lizard, he has dogs. He's an animal person. We love animal people. But I heard the inside scoop that he puts a leash on his goat and walks it around town. Oh my God, that is so cute. I kind of want a goat, but they're also delicious. And I would probably just make curry out of it. So that's another story for another day. Anyway. So very sweet DJ got up there and told his story. And no matter what mess the state threw at him, he was unshakable. He got up because you know why? You don't need to practice the truth. The truth don't need your help. The truth stands on its own 2 feet. And that boy got up there and told the truth. Now, when those scurrilous men who came to Travis and them's house to try and shoot him up to avenge the lumpy booty of Dramonique, they were like, well, you going out of order. And we memorized our lies in order. So if you ask us questions out of order, we can't keep track of that. That's not exactly what they said, but that's really what they said by complaining about the fact that the state was not going chronologically. The fact that it wasn't chronological threw them all the way off. But you know who doesn't need to worry about chronology? Folks who were telling the truth, folks who are relying on what actually happened to them as opposed to the crib notes that they took when they all got together around a pizza party and clearly some liquor to plan their lying ass statements for the state of Florida. But anyway, the state of Florida, the Palm Beach County's office, y'all on the wrong side of history. But anyway, so Friday, DJ with his goat on the leash got up there and wowed us all. Yes, he looks like Black Jesus. Now listen, maybe your grandma didn't have a Black Jesus hanging in her house, but my grandma had a Black Jesus. And I put a picture of my grandma's Black Jesus in the community tab. Go on over there and look at it. Cowboy Black Jesus, DJ, twinsies. Turns out also DJ's mama is also a twin. Who knew? So twins runs in the family. His mother is a twin with her sister, and DJ is a twin with Jesus. Makes sense to me. Today also, their mother, what was her name? Linda, Lydia, Stephanie. I don't know. We just gonna call her Mama. Mama got up on the stand and she told from her point of view. Now listen, Mama had gone over to her sister's house and they had Bible study like you do. And her nerves have been bad since her husband was killed a couple of years ago. Some tells me they're not buying the whole story of how the husband got killed. He was working maintenance at a strip club and a stray bullet went through a wall and shot and killed him. But something tells me the whole family is like, something in the milk ain't clean. So they are wildly suspicious and I don't blame them. What happened to Daddy? What y'all do to Daddy? Where is our favorite psychic? Reverend Serafina Donna Serafina. One of those is her correct name. I'm not sure which one. Serafina Donna, paging Serafina Donna. What happened to their daddy? That's what we need to know. We know what happened in this case. We have all the evidence, but we need Serafina Donna Serafina to come in here and tell us what exactly happened to DJ and Travis and Tierney's daddy, because now Mama is upset and she got to take nervous pills and she has not had a job since that happened because her nerves is not good. But anyway, she was over at her sister's house having Bible study, and then they decided to watch a movie. And then Dominique, who she thought of as like one of her children, called her like, your son got the wrong one. Curse word, curse word, curse word. First of all, manners. You could tell Dominique and them was not raised right because never, I talk my throat dry. Hang on. Never on God's green earth do you use curse words in front of nobody's mama, about nobody's mama, and to nobody's mama. Honest to God, I vote that we withdraw her black card because I don't care what kind of black you are. If you adopted black, if you black by immersion, if you black by injection, if you black at all, you know. And honestly, if you were raised right, also possibly if you were Southern, you don't talk crazy about nobody's mama and to nobody's mama in the presence of nobody's mama. That is just how the world works. My sons, every single one of them curse. Me and my husband, we curse like sailors. But you know what happens? My sons have lived in this house with me and my husband and our very potty mouths since the day they were born. But if I walk into the room, if their daddy walk into the room, oh, all the words get changed up. All the words get changed up. That is called manners. My son was in his room playing on his little video game with the headphones on. He was about 15. He's 25 now, so this was a long time ago. And he was like, my balls, mother. And I was like, oh, excuse me? He was like, I'm sorry, Ma. I'm sorry. Oh, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Right. Now, you can scream out. First of all, you should not be screaming out my balls to nobody. But, okay, if you feel the need to scream it, I'm going to need you to turn the volume down in case your mother might hear it. I'm not saying don't say it. You say what you want to say. I'm saying don't let me hear it because we have a don't ask, don't tell policy at this house. I'm not going to ask you if you cuss and you're not going to tell me that you cuss and we both going to pretend like you don't cuss. Manners. It's not that hard. I should write a parenting book. Anyway, so she called, Dominique called this boy's mama cussing. And then she broke the other cardinal mother rule because there are certain things, even if your mama is trash, you treat her like she's treasure. Now, maybe you treat her like she's treasure by keeping your great distance and sending her flowers on Mother's Day and not dealing with her trifling behind. Those mothers are out there. I'm not going to act like they're not. Plenty of mothers are out there, but she is still your mother. That is the woman who stood at the gate between heaven and earth and gave you life and brought you onto this planet. So you respect her. Even if she's trash, even if she's trifling, I'm saying you ain't got to call the bitch. I'm saying send her flowers on Mother's Day or just keep a good thought, whatever. Anyway, so they violated the cardinal mother rule by sending all of that drama to his mom's house. And everybody in this trial has said, you can't do this at my mom's house. Why'd you send this to my mom's house? Everybody knew. And for those of you who didn't know, people who didn't know mother code, now you know why that was such a big deal. You cannot do it. It does not get done. You cannot call mothers by their first name. You can't cuss around them. You can't have sex in their house unless you putting something on the mortgage, and you can't bring drama to their house because mama's house is sacred. Again, if mama lives in a box, her box is sacred. Leave her box alone. If she live in the van down by the river, then that is a sacred van down by the river. I'm saying you don't bring drama to your mama's house. That notwithstanding. So Dominique sent all these fools over to Travis's mama's house to shoot the place up in violation of every ethical standard known to Black mankind, maybe other and Southern mankind. You can't do that. And so Travis did the only thing he could do, and he defended his Miss Linda, but we still gonna call her mama. Mama Linda got up on the stand and she talked about the Bible study and she explained what happened, and she and her sister was watching a movie, and then Dominique called with all the madness, and so she said, I got to go home and see what's going on. So she left her twin sister's house. Who knew she had a twin? We found out today. Left her twin sister's house and went home, and she's having a chit chat with her boys like, boys, what's going on? Why is that lumpy booty girl calling me on my phone talking crazy? I'm going to let her cool down. And then lumpy booty called Tyranny these boys' sister. And she was like, okay, she's just upset. I calmed her down. Everything is fine. So imagine their surprise. Went boom, boom, boom. Sounds like the cops are knocking on their door. And they were like, okay, she probably sent the cops over here or whatever. They go over there and it's all these knucklehead boys talking about rah, 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 jumping back like they're going to start a fight. Well, they started a fight. They pulled out their guns. They got shot. That sounds like karma to me. I don't think he did nothing wrong. But the state of Florida is like, well, you could have called the police and you called her a name. You said her booty was lumpy or bumpy or whatever it is. So that's why that happened. State of Florida, y'all dead wrong. Dead ass wrong. And if that were not, I have to breathe. If that were not enough, then the prosecuting attorney, now she treated those ratchet gun-toting hooligans who came to Travis's house. Oh, she treated them like they were kindergartners. Oh, they were disrespectful. They talked crazy. They wouldn't answer questions. They were not cooperative witnesses on any level, but she still talked to them like they were just gentle babies who misunderstood. Okay, whatever, y'all. But she got up there and got all kinds of foul and talked all out of her mouth when she was dealing with the very, very respectable Rudolph brothers. And so she's asking Travis these questions. Well, were you cheating on her? Was she your girlfriend or was she not your girlfriend? And he was like, well, we were like talking. We were seeing each other, but I was talking to other people. Why did this formerly respectable prosecuting attorney say, so you have the right to screw whoever you want to? Ma'am. First of all, there are 1,000 ways that you could have asked that question and not brought shame on yourself and your mama and your entire family. Because now I'm looking at you crazy. I'm looking at the state of Florida like they crazy, but that's not new. We've been looking at the state of Florida like they crazy. I want to know who her mother is. Francis, some other. Where her mama at? Because she done brought shame to her mama. Everybody need to go to her mama's house. But you know what? Even though she went low, we gonna go high. We not gonna go to her mama's house because manners. So Travis withstood all kinds of questions, and he just stood there and kept telling the truth calmly, no matter what happened, no matter how crazy she got, no matter how out of her face this woman came. Travis held steady. And I was like, yes, Travis, yes. So both sides have now rested. And now the attorneys are arguing back and forth or discussing or negotiating back and forth, whatever, about what the jury instructions are going to be. This entire case is going to rise and fall on jury instructions. So tomorrow we will get jury instructions, we will get closing arguments, and then we will get deliberation. The defense has proved that this case was only investigated for 17 minutes. They spent only 17 minutes questioning jurors. I think those jurors should go back there, vote this young man not guilty, and then count to 17 minutes and then come on out. Because you know what? We can deliberate for as long as it takes you to investigate. Y'all are all trifling. Everybody need to have their badge taken. That prosecuting attorney needs to have her mouth washed out with soap, because how dare she? You can talk about screwing all you want to at your house. Don't bring that into my living room. Me and you not girls like that. We not. We not. Now, if you want to tell me all your dirty under the sheets business, which how you know I'ma listen, cause I'm nosy, but not on my TV, not on my YouTube. You got to be sitting here in the living room with a glass of tea. We'll even get you a crown. And here's what you need to understand. I made this crown today because when I am stressed out, I do crafts, right? And over there on the 13th juror, where I watch the live stream of this case every day, if you were the first person there, you get a throne. And I was like, I want a throne, but I'm not coordinated enough and I got things going on. I'm never going to be the first person there on 13th juror. And I was like, but I still want to throw. What else do queens have? Well, a queen has a crown, my dear, a crown. So as I was stressed crocheting, because when I'm stressed, I craft. And so I made myself a crown. I'm wearing it right now. Isn't she lovely? So I made myself a crown, and then I made one for my dog. I made a little doggy crown. I only made one, so I have two little dogs, so I might need another one. And then I made a red crown, because you know that's really the gossip rumor and innuendo colors. So, and this one has some sparkle in it. I don't know what I'm going to do with all these crowns. Maybe I'll give them away to the lovely people over here at the Gossip and the Rumor and the Innuendo. I don't know. But I have a whole bunch of crowns because I was stressed crocheting. Some people sweat. Some people smoke cigarettes. I crochet. The other day, I crocheted a bunch of hearts. Anybody need a heart? I have a lot of random crafts around here because I was like, ooh, knitwear and pearl too. Ooh, drop a stitch. Ooh. I'm telling you, the stress crafting is very real. I mean, it's better than a lot of things you could do. Some people spend money or they gamble or they whatever. I just make crafts. Tomorrow, closing arguments and deliberations. This jury, they're going to be back in their office on Wednesday. They might be back in their offices on Tuesday afternoon. Although the judge said that he was going to order lunch as soon as they walked in. Something tells me they're not even going to get a chance to finish that Jimmy John's, because if it's 2 hours for closing statements and then say give that a 30 minutes for reading the instructions, listen, they can still be back by afternoon lunch. 3 o'clock, they could be back with a verdict. And then we have to figure out what trial we're doing next. Travis is going home. I'm just telling y'all right now, I believe from the bottom of my heart, Travis is going home. Free Travis Rudolph. The Rudolph family has, oh Lord, I'm hot. The Rudolph family has conducted themselves with dignity and grace and decorum through all of this madness, because this has been a lot of unnecessary madness. And the Joneses have demonstrated for God and all the world the trash that they are. Apparently, Miss Dominique, her real estate company took her picture down. Girl, where you gonna hang your picture now? What you gonna do now for a living? Your gold digging days are over, because everybody sees how you get down, right? So, you might have to go to Ivy Tech and get a little extra education, get a job or something. You're going to have to get up off your back and get up on your feet and get a regular job. I hear McDonald's is hiring. Buffalo Wild Wings, they took Buster. I'm sure they'll take you too. But he ain't do nothing heinous. He just happened to have a heinous family. Child, I don't know what you going to do. You better quick have another baby with a dude with some money, because that might be your only hope. But you're going to struggle to get that, seeing as how you do. Okay, y'all. I am calm. I'm gonna close this out right now because I have talked for far too long and I need to go walk and reduce my cortisol. I might wear my crown on my walk though, because it might be a queen walk. Who am I not to walk around my neighborhood with a crown on my head? All right. Y'all have a good night. Bye.